See this poker party? Well, it's actually our lab for an experiment to see how germs can spread.
People used to have total misconceptions about how colds spread, but we got this UV dye here to try to demonstrate a little experiment. So the UV light fluoresces this UV dye, and under normal light you don't see anything. But in ultraviolet, we're going to be able to catch exactly what happens with this dye.
That's pretty cool.
So we got a helmet with that same UV dye. We can put it on. We're going to have Dan imitate a sick person. Does that fit you okay, Dan? Yep. All right, so we're going to move this over to the cheek region where, you know, close as we can get to the nostril. And we're going to give you a little cold. Okay. So if you want to start playing some cards, we should get a real good look at what happens in a normal poker game when germs spread.
So here's the deal. We've created a blacklight-friendly mucus that our players can't see, so we can get an honest assessment of just how far that mucus can spread. What's not to like? When we come back, our poker lab gets contaminated.
I think we know your tell. You're bluffing.
Now it's time to get back to our poker game and see our players' hands.
All right, how's the poker game been?
Oh, it's good.
It's been 45 minutes since we gave Dan our specially modified helmet and infected him with our substitute bacterial goo. Under normal light, this liquid is invisible, but under UV light, we can see just how far our germs have traveled.
Can we bring the UV light in?
We're going to give you guys a look at what we've been looking at the
This
whole time.
is disgusting. All right, I think you guys got to consider the game over. So let's take a look at all the things on the surfaces.
Yeah, poker.
They are a
Let me see your
UV
hands.
representation of germs. All right, we got fingerprints.
Oh, look at
all
the
over
glasses.
here. Dan's glass is looking pretty sickly. No one took any sips out of that, hopefully. And the chips, a lot of them got
everything.
marks all over the place.
It's on the
everywhere.
bowls, it's on
Table
everything.
is covered.
But did the germs spread to the other players?
One at a time. Hey.
Glad I didn't make out with you, Dan. I'm getting kind of a bit of a sore throat.
Yeah, I would imagine you are.
Somebody rubs their bottom lip pretty often.
Right. I think we know your tell. You're bluffing.
Do I have anything? Are you serious? What is it? I can see it in the, yeah, that's messed
You're
up.
covered in it.
That's totally messed up.
The UV light tells the story. All of the players have been infected by Dan during the course of the game.
Well, I would say probably 3 out of 4 you'd be sick by the end of this poker game.
I think next week's game's canceled. You're all home.